Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So in this video we're going to do chapter 4, verse 18. And this one is a little bit of a tongue twister. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's sing this together as best as you can. Karmarnya karma yah pashyeda. I messed that up. Akarmani cha karmayah sabuddhiman manusheshu yuktah kritsna karma yuktah kritsna karma krita. Okay, I thought I got it, but apparently I didn't got it. Okay, one who sees action, inaction in action, and action in inaction is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Very confusing. It's like action and inaction, action and action and action. What in the world does that mean? Okay. But this has been able to be explained. So I will go through this. So let's go through the word by word. Karmaya, one in action. Karmani, in action. In action. Karma, in action. Akarma, in action. One who sees, pashyed, observes. Akarmani, in inaction. Cha, also fruitive action. Karma, in action. One who, buddhi, is intelligent. One who sees. So one who sees in action, and one who sees inaction, whatever, you get it. He, buddhiman, manusheshu, is intelligent in human society. Manushya is human being, so in human society, that person, saha, is intelligent. Saha, he, yuktaha, kritsna karma krata. He, yuktaha, is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all activities. So, okay, what does that mean? So here, Srila Prabhupada talks about person acting in Krishna consciousness. So he goes into Krishna consciousness again, and he says everybody who's acting in Krishna consciousness is free from the bonds of karma. A karma means without having reaction to work, like do your work and don't care about the results, and you will, So, and then he's talking about the impersonalist does not do anything, so he does a karma because he's not doing any fruitive activities, so that he will not be a stumbling block on the path of realization, but he's saying be in Krishna consciousness and do the work. So, okay. Now, he's not explaining the verse more than that, so I'm going to go into the verse explanation through Chaitanya Charan Prabhu and both through Swami Vivekananda, because they've done a really good job explaining it. So, tongue twister and brain twister, he also said that, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. Yes, karma can have 4 meanings. Action, reaction, system of action, reaction, one type of reaction, powers. I didn't understand this fully. So, that's karma can have 4 meanings. Akarma is what I understood better, is it has 2 meanings. One is inaction, not doing anything at all. The second is action that produces no reaction because we are not caring about the fruits of the result. We're just doing actions because it's our duty to do the actions, and we're not like attached to the results because we're doing it on Krishna's behalf. That's a karma. That's karma yoga, right? That's what we have learned in the previous chapters 2 and 3. It's karma yoga. So Arjun's fighting leads to no karmic reaction, and Prabhupada went to the West. He could have been contaminated, but he wasn't contaminated. Instead, he helped people get onto the Krishna consciousness path. So that was karma, like good karma. Arjun, if he had done renunciation, then that would have been a sin because he would have given up his duty. So let me explain it from here because he explains it so well, Swami Vivekananda. Action and inaction. So when we are inactive, when we renounce the world, that's what Chaitanya Charan Prabhu was also saying. When we renounce the world, we can go and meditate, but our minds may still be attached to the sense object. So that is action. Even though we're in action, even though there is inaction, we are still acting because we are still wanting the sense object, right? So such persons may appear to be inactive, but their lethargic idleness is sinful action. When Arjun suggests he wished to shy away from duty of fighting the war, Krishna explains to him, it would be a sin to do that, because the mind will be contemplating upon the objects of the senses, but in any case it's his duty, it would be a sin. Inaction in action. So now this is karma yoga. This is what a karma is, and probably what the karma part also is, which I'm not quite fully understanding yet, because there are three sections, right? Karma, vikarma, and akarma. That's what was explained in the previous verse. So what is the difference between karma and akarma? That's the part that I'm not quite sure. Vikarma is negative action. That's there. Akarma is acting, is according to me, karma yoga is acting without the desire for fruits, just acting on the behalf of Krishna. So there were many great kings who discharged their duties to the best of abilities because their minds were not entangled in material desires. Their actions were termed akarma, or inaction. Another term for akarma is karma yoga, which has been discussed in details. So this makes sense. Akarma makes sense to me. It's karma yoga. But what is the difference between karma and akarma? I think he's going to be explaining that. That's what Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says. That the next 5 verse is how karma yogi acts, which I think is a karma. So I'm okay. So let's see what the next 5 chapters bring. Wish you a day filled with spiritual growth and spiritual pleasure. Radhe Radhe.